April, May, including the month of June. So, if you guys feel like this resonates for you and you like to listen to the rest of the reading, then click the link in the description box below and you can watch from July through to December and see how the rest of your year will pan out for you. I hope this is helpful for any of you out there. You are welcome to leave a comment in the comment section below. And until we start the June readings, guys, enjoy. Take care. Talk to you soon. Okay, so Sagittarius, this is your second quarter, and this would be May, June, and July of 2020. Now, either for some of you, it may be difficult to deal with an actual Libra. Libras can be a bit difficult, or air sign energy communicating with people can be a bit challenged because I do feel like everyone is kind of not out for themselves. It may feel like that. It may seem like everyone's kind of out for themselves. Very hard to convince otherwise. Everyone is very much non-negotiable, black, white, and everyone's sticking to their way that they see things, right? So for some of you, it could be difficult. On another hand, it could be a bit challenging for you to make a final decision for yourself. Some of you trying to get someone to compromise also may be a bit difficult. And you really want to get to a place where you can finally have some freedom and go out and just spend quality time with those that you enjoy and socialize. Some of you just really deep down inside you want to socialize, but in order to do that, you may have to travel far to get to the people that are close to you. You may have to leave where you are. Some of you, I do see in these 3-month periods, you are really thinking about moving. You want to move. You may not really like where you're living. You may not feel like there's a real connection there. Like you just don't really like the people around you. You don't really connect with the people around you. You may realize that you are someone that's very hard to please when it comes to stabilizing your home life. Some of you may find yourself have moved quite a bit, and these energies sometimes can be very challenging, right? When you're bouncing from here to there to everywhere. But some of you, I feel that you'll find yourself wanting to leave a situation that you either have grown bored from. You just may feel like there's a lot more going on elsewhere. And I want friends. I want people that I can, relate to. And it's more beneficial for you to move into another space. There may be things, though, you're going to have to settle in this second quarter time frame. There could be court rulings. There's going to be something either from your past that comes back that you have to deal with, unfinished judgments and that sort of thing. So if you can now on this end try to look up any court cases, try to look up anything that you may have tickets or anything that you may have, that you may find that it could be a judgment against you, please do so now. Try to cross your T's and dot your I's, because I do see needing to settle things, being able to settle them, and then kind of cutting your losses, right? Whether it be by choice or by force, but you're going to have to settle something, and then you're able to finally cut your losses. Just make sure where you're going is a place where you kind of want to be. You may turn into a nomad going here, there, and everywhere, right? For some of you, I feel like some of you may have a rat in your midst, someone that you really can't trust. Be very careful in the place that you live. I don't feel like there's anything that this suggests to me anything that could be, well, it can be, but this is a different position, different area of the reading. But I would just say for some of you, try to watch out for people that are not being very honest about the contracts that you write. Make sure that you read it over again. Make sure you have someone else look at it. Just make sure that your contracts are fitting. However, this is going to be a turning point. Okay. And we do know, like I said, April, May, it's April, May, June for the second quarter. Yes. But I believe May is when South Node starts to transit your sign. So this is kind of where the game changed, because there is an ending of a cycle and thus a new beginning. And it's written. There is a decision that's going to be made that changes the cycle and the direction of your life. Okay. And this has very strong implications, right? So there's a very strong situation that comes out of something new that you're starting, right? And I do feel like some of you are going to be able to manifest exactly what you want, create something that you've truly wanted, and you're going to feel like antsy. Now I have to tell you, and this is why I believe this particular year is going to be very important for people to pay attention to the astrology, because Venus, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be retrograde in Gemini in the months of May and June. Okay, so right when the South Node and North Node is going into Gemini and Sagittarius, Venus is going to be retrograde. So that being said, just be aware of that energy out there. It is in your seventh house. So just be conscious of anything that you're going after, the glitz and the glamour and how pretty it looks at first. You'll change your mind as soon as you Venus goes direct. And so I would be very conscious and careful with the people that you're exchanging with and you're getting to know around that time frame. Let the dust settle, and then you can see people for who they truly are. But I do see a moving and wanting to move, not feeling like feeling bored of your environment, wanting to shake up, wanting to get into the mix, getting into the action. And some of you are going to be dead set. The thing that I'm noticing so far with you guys looking at the first and second quarter is that your drive and determination will be off the chain. Like, you're going to be very driven and determined to get whatever it is in that particular moment that you need to get done. Now, we do see that your home life is a little bit challenged. And when I say challenge, it's not the most difficult cards, but it's giving me it's giving me needing to understand what your next steps are going to be when it comes to home and foundation, but probably allowing sometime your frustrations to take over and just wanting to run out and do things. So if you can really take your time and really, when that hermit card, those first 3 months, that is going to help you talk to people, get some information, get some counsel if you can, but find out what some of you may be running from one place to another. Find out what all of this running is about. And I do feel that some of you are going to be moving again, but this is a very karmic move. It is something that kind of has to happen. There's going to be a fated and karmic event that happens that kind of creates yet a new dynamic in your life. And it could be by your choice. It could be by the hands of someone else. Someone I do feel around you is trying to manipulate things in your life. Manipulate things in your life. And I just feel like you have to be kind of careful and conscious about who you're trusting or who you're talking to. Now, it may not be that severe, right? That may be a bit dramatic. But when you have the Judgment, the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Magician, those are complete majors. So there's a major decision that's being made that could have to do with areas of love, that also may be some form of something that comes in and interferes. Someone's going to come in and interfere and disrupt the level or the normalcy of your life, or something about your life is going to be interrupted and disrupted. Okay. And it's something that's being manipulated, some energies that's being manipulated around you to create some form of shakeup, but it forms this new beginning, and it is karmic. Okay. It's this new cycle, but on a more positive and less paranoid level. This could do with your business and finances. Definitely a lot of increase. This is a good money quarter for you guys. Now, surely this isn't going to be every day and every night, but you guys will see some form of increase. Your finances growing as to a great degree. I feel like some of you are going to start to really save money. And really be able to afford the things that you have your eyes on 100%. Because these two cards came out in separate times in the deck. I pulled on different things, and then these two cards came out together. So there's definitely going to be some increase in your finances. And I do see a lot of working hard, probably because you're taking on a little different, another stream of income. You may have two different ways that you make income, or several different ways, but collectively it's putting you where you want to be. And with that, you may feel like, hey, I could afford to do A, B, and C. I could afford to go A, B, and C. And now it's like, wow, now I can just do whatever I want to do, and I'm going to create and manifest this. Because by all intents and purposes, the Judgment, the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician cards are all pretty good cards. They come with really good energy, but I feel like it comes with a resurrection. So starting something anew, and it still, to me, touches on something of old, but being able to recreate that, being able to manipulate and change the energies up in your favor. If it's not you, it's someone doing that. Still, great quarter for money. Now let's get into your love. So for couples, yeah, there was a fight. Yeah, there's a fallout. We see them here. The King of Swords. The Queen of Swords may be difficult to make a decision, someone out, be honest. So the female here could be a bit challenged in communicating at all. Someone that may not be ready to communicate after whatever's been done. While another person wants to reconcile, they want to work things out. They don't want the situation to stay the way that it is, and it can't. There's something about unresolved issues, as we see in this spread, that isn't gonna stay that way. It has to change. It looks like it's going to be for your benefit, but it also seems like it's going to bring out some form of fear or stress and worry and anxiety. And it may come down to you not necessarily trusting the situation, trusting an individual, trusting the process. But there is a bridge that needs to be closed, right? Someone wants to extend an olive branch. They kind of want to start all over again when what you guys shared was innocent and true and easy. I also see be careful and conscious for you Sag couples, because through one fight, through one argument, someone may just give them an excuse to go out and mingle and do and have their own time, and they may feel justified in it, right? Be careful with what you say. If you're not intending to break up a relationship, don't say, we don't have to be together, because you'll find yourself single. It like your words right now, or someone's words, are very powerful, and it's almost like, you ask and you're going to receive in your relationship. And one fight can turn into, you guys kind of separating, going your separate ways. I don't feel like it'll stay that way, but I do feel like it kind of starts this energy of someone kind of using the problems in your relationship to break free, even if it's for a short period of time. Especially if you live with this person, you may find that someone gets bored. They bore easily, and they're making all kind of excuses to remove themselves from what is so familiar to them, to get caught up in the mix, right, and other things. And some of you may take a blind eye to it. Others of you may try to address it. And really, your only recourse may be, I'm going to get a divorce, we're going to separate, that sort of thing. But really having to address problems in your relationships, cracks in your foundation, definitely. And for some of you, if this puts you on the journey of being single, it's divine. It has to happen. However this is going to play out for some of you, it has to happen, because now your life is going into a new karmic cycle, and so the events that's going to transpire is kind of out of your control. Others of you, I see, are coming together and being able to work on the situation, but you may need to physically move. Some people don't realize just how detrimental or beneficial living in certain places can be. And some of you may realize that, we haven't been good since we moved here, or since we moved away from there. So you may need to physically move in order, or go on a trip, or spend time together, or just do things with other adults, or just, spend, if you work a lot or you work around each other, spend some time doing something completely different than what you're known to do, in order to kind of spice this relationship up and make it different. It's what it kind of looks like to me. Also, I feel like for some of you, you could be caught up in a third party situation. And I feel like this male energy could be manipulating the energies. They could be manipulating a lot of things, manipulating several people, but there's a lot of manipulation going on if there's a third party or multiple parties in a relationship. And be very conscious and careful, because it may be the people you know. You may discover that this person has been dealing with someone that you know, that you're familiar with, a friend, a coworker, a colleague, some family member. It could be anyone, but someone that you're familiar with. This person has been kind of dealing with. Um, and it's like you are aware of this, and it's almost like you know, but you may not say anything about it. Some of you may become aware of someone around you knows, but they haven't said anything about it. So your reading is, yeah, I didn't see that all before, but your reading is looking, yeah. Um, wow, okay. So now singles, you single Sagittarius, on the other hand, it looks like a cycle is ending. Obviously, a cycle is ending. Some of you are putting to rest a relationship from your past of old. This person may have tried to communicate with you many a time to no avail, or vice versa. You want a reunion, you want to reconnect, or you want to connect with someone, but you still have to kind of get yourself out of the emotional stagnation or the mental stagnation of someone from the past that hurt you. You know, you still are moving, trying to get out of that place and move into more of a calmer place. So, in that, although you want connection, although you want to be with someone, it may be difficult for some of you to trust. There could be an air sign and someone that takes on that energy that comes into your life that could be helping you do that, moving you out of that. You might meet someone at this time from a distance, Sag singles, okay, that's from a different background, a different situation. But Saturn, which is in your second house, may, be cracking the whip, and it's like you work too much. You just are, to some extent, you may be a little bit restricted in love because you have so many other things that's on your plate, and you're waiting, or someone's waiting. And I feel like there's a short time period left between some of you, before some of you are going to be meeting someone, because there's going to be either some news that comes out that kind of changes everything, or you meet someone that kind of changes everything for you guys. Like I said, just wait. Just just I would say vet properly, or just let things process normal as it's supposed to. Okay. But otherwise, it looks more to me like you sad singles are more focused on your goals and your aspirations, making this move, making things happen, getting to your stable place. And really, it's not by any means necessary, because you guys have the means. Looks like you guys will have the means. It is just, matching time, opportunity, and space together in order to get it, because you're kind of having to wait. So someone also could be waiting on you from a distance, from your past, or someone that could be new. It's just a waiting, because a cycle has to end, a cycle has to completely close. Some of you have to dead the past in order for something new to come in. Others of you, it could be someone, like I said, from your past that may be trying to get it, trying to come in. And it seems like whatever it is going to happen, whether by choice, like I said, or by force. Now, that is your second quarter. Let's look at